Hello, welcome to another interview. I am Vitor Placendo Benki,
And I am Julia Neves de Siqueira.
and today we're going to interview Lucy Crichton. Lucy is an English teacher who runs her own school for children and teenagers in Florianópolis. She uses storytelling, art, gardening, yoga, music, and drama to enhance the language learning process. She has been writing materials since 2008 and has been involved in projects for publishing companies in different locations, such as Brazil, Argentina, USA, UK, and Asia. Some of her works were published by Macmillan and National Geographic. Lucy's stories were shortlisted for the ELTons Awards as a finalist in 2020.
So Lucy, let's start with our first question. We wanted to know what are the biggest challenges to overcome as a language teacher nowadays?
That's a very pertinent question, because I think one of the biggest problems right now is the uncertainty that we're living in. And I can tell you firsthand of the experience that we had here at the Secret Garden, because we, I think our school is like 16 or 17 years old. And obviously this was the first time that we had offered classes online, and we started on March the 24th. We managed to organize ourselves within a week. So the biggest challenges right now for teachers is to be able to offer a quality class with everything that's going on, you know, and that, I think, one of the biggest things that is most difficult, especially for those who teach children, right? For children to stay in front of screens, to actively learn through a screen is hugely challenging. And I've had quite a lot of students who have given up because they just can't do it. And it's terrible, you know, they feel bad about it. And so that's very difficult for teachers to deal with. And we've had to be very adaptable, very creative. We've had to flip our classrooms completely round, because the traditional way of teaching, as we already know, is not working, and even more so with the online classes.
Yeah. And on your website, we see that we work with a different language teaching approach. For example, you take students outside the classroom, like gardens and backyards. We would like to hear from you about your method, and how do you see the relevance of trying to innovate the traditional approaches regarding language teaching?
Another great question. So at the Secret Garden, we have a very nice open space around the school. It's a very small school, and we kind of like to say that it's handmade. We're very close to the school community that we have. We work together with the families of the kids who come here. And so we're very lucky. It's in Sant Antonio. We have this beautiful space. We have like a mini bosque. We have this focus, especially for the younger students, on the importance of play and free, undirected, you know, free, undirected play. And that's exactly how children learn about themselves, learn about life. And so our play times are as important as our classroom times. And having the possibility to teach within the classroom walls, or teach outside, or take the students to the village. Let's say they're learning, I don't know, things about food. So we take them to the local vendinha, to the little supermarket with a list in English, and we buy ingredients. Then we come back and we cook something, or we do some maths about the prices of things. That sort of learning is a learning that is connected to students' emotions, and so it's long lasting. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in covering textbooks, doing tests. I'm interested in lifelong learning, and these are some of the things that I've been doing for years. And I just see that spark in the child's eye, in the teenager's eye, when we took them to the newspaper RBS when it was here in SEC Quatsensium, and to talk to journalists, to understand how you know, a paper is put together. It was fantastic. They were all in the 9th grade in Sino Medio, so it was really, you know, finding pertinent real life experiences for kids to use and learn learn English through. So I completely believe in that because I see it every day.
So following this answer that you gave us, the main purpose of your school is to teach English to children and teenagers. So have you always preferred working with them?
I started actually, well, my background is in art and design, classical theatre, and then I did my TEFL certificate. So I started off when I came to Brazil, I started off working with adults, actually, groups of adults. And I did use quite a lot of sort of drama techniques, lots of conversation classes, lots of getting up and doing, taking them to places. And then in 1996, I had my first daughter, and then I had another daughter, and then I got into this area of teaching young learners naturally. And so I started my school in 2002 with 5 students. They were actually 3, 4, 5, and 6. But as time has gone on, I've tended to have students from the 1st grade onwards, so from 6 to 18. And usually we finish off here, if the students want to, we finish off with the Cambridge First Certificate, just so that, you know, students leave this chunk of education with a certificate that's recognised, that they can use for university, for jobs, for going on an exchange programme. And we are so lucky because sometimes, I mean, at the moment, I've got 5 girls who are going to do the first certificate in December, and 3 of them have been with me since they've been 7 years old. So it's an absolute privilege, really. Yeah. We also take teenagers to a school in the south of England in the New Forest for a 3-week language course as well. And they just, especially for teenagers between sort of 12 and 15, 16, it can be a time when they're getting a little bit tired of learning English. And so it's absolutely perfect because it shows them what they're learning makes sense. And they live with the families of the school community there in this Ringwood Waldorf school. And one of them said not long ago, he said, I didn't just improve my English, I improved myself as a human being. So, you know, what more could you want?
I think us and everyone that will watch this video will realize, I don't know if that's the word, but we'll see that you are so passionate about teaching, and I think that's so beautiful. And
yeah.
So
it's the starting point of everything else, I would say.
Yes, sure. So last but not least, what is your main advice for someone who aims to be a language teacher?
This is great. My main advice would be associate yourself with some teaching associations like Brastéssel. Brastéssel is the Brazilian Teaching Association. IATEFL is the UK association, and you also have TESOL from the States. So get involved in those associations. Why? Because you're going to see the latest educational research. You're going to see that from people who are actually in the classroom. And that's really important. Learn from people who are really in the classroom every day, doing the job, connected to the students. So that's one of the things. Another thing would be teachers associations. What else did I say? Very important as well. Find a school, if you're going to be a teacher, find a school that you think reflects your own principles. You know, if you can, find a place that you feel well in, that you get a connection with the students, that you like the teaching team. You know, that's so important. Don't work in a place that is not reflecting your principles and your educational ideals. Yeah, don't waste time on that. Have friends and colleagues in your team of people who you can trust, who you can come to tell them your woes and your conquistors, right? You've got to have people who are going to support you, because being a teacher is a very tough job. So that's why you have to have the passion for it. I think that's, what else did I say? Oh yeah, and I also said to try new things, you know, don't get fossilized. Don't stay in the safe zone, yeah? See something that you think is interesting and try it in your own classroom, yeah? Keep on recycling. You're a lifelong learner. You're never going to get to the final point. None of us are, yeah? Be humble. Connect to your students and their families and find out as much as you can about your school community, the culture around the school, because then you're going to do the best job. Because basically, if you're teaching German, if you're teaching history, geography, or English, the most important thing is the connection that you have with the students. So watch them play, watch them chat, watch them eat, watch them walk, get inside their lives if you can, because that means that you're going to be doing the best classroom management. You're going to put together the best material for those specific kids. Smile, love what you do, life is short, all those things. I've actually put together, and I can send it to you afterwards by email. I've put together a list of my favorite books, some educators that I've been following, the teachers associations, and then also if any of your colleagues want to, you know, keep following on Instagram or Facebook, because I'm always posting when I have time. I'm always posting a few things to help and support my colleagues as well.
That's very nice to hear from you, Lucy. You have a very different perspective from all the other teachers that we have already interviewed, and all the other teachers have a different view from education also, and that's very rich to hear, because we're like knowing different experiences and learning from everybody, and this exchange of knowledge is very, very important from us.
Yeah, so I would say fantastic for you for this initiative as well. And, you know, there are plenty of professionals out there who are very happy to help. And I'm one of them. I'm very happy to, you know, share ideas. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very, very much. I believe that everybody who is going to see our conversation is going to enjoy a lot and learn a lot of new things with you. And we would like to thank you very much for this opportunity and for the disponibility.
Oh, it's a huge pleasure. And I hope the course goes well, and that you follow your dreams in what to do. I think one of my dreams has always been to make a difference, and, you know, make a difference through education, and that drives me in the difficult times and in the beautiful times too. So thanks a lot.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for your participation. It was great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, take care and keep in touch.
Okay.